Hey guys, GearTozinger, another review. This time I'll be reviewing the deluxe GearTozinger from Kikai Sentai Zenkaiger. This is the changer used by dark rival StaCaesar as a premium bonding exclusive item. The set includes the GearTozinger itself, plus 6 dark Sentai gears. So, let's get started. First up, we'll take a look at our dark Sentai gears. These are the same as Sentai gears, just done up in different colors, swapping out the gold plastic for metallic purple, as well as the chrome gold for flat silver. The first one is the StaCaesar gear. You can see his face and then the kanji for Yami, or darkness. The Toji symbol, the villains of the series, are on the back. And for the other ones, we have the dark Go Ranger gear, the dark Jew Ranger gear, the dark Gao Ranger gear, the dark Maji Ranger gear, and the dark Bokenger gear. If you haven't guessed it already, the reason why they picked these 5 other ones is because these are the Sentai that add or act as the basis for the main 5 Zenkaigers. Next, we'll take a look at the GearTozinger itself. So, obviously, from first glance, you can tell that this is a recolor and retool of the GearTozinger. And obviously, you can bring in the original for comparison. First thing you can tell is obviously the difference in colors, where it mainly swaps out a lot of the red, silver, and gold for instead metallic violet, as well as metallic red and silver. Swaps the clear teal for clear red. See, there's a different bird head on top, more sinister looking with more beady eye and a crest on the top. You see, we're saying GearTozinger has been switched out for one saying GearTozinger. And yes, it is spelled with a Z for stylization purposes. And the other big difference is that instead of having a crank that has this molding that's meant to look like a Sentai gear, instead this one is meant to look like a Tojiru gear, which are the ones used by the villains to kind of seal different worlds and power their monsters. And it's pretty basic, similar detailing on the back. Though there is also a little slight difference in the molding of the kind of front case, where you can see this kind of silver gear section that isn't present on the original. Obviously, you can turn the crank to rotate the barrel. Though one little detail that they did actually improve on is that it's less loose. Where with the original it will kind of droop a little bit, and it can just feel a little bit loose in terms of where it stays, and doesn't like to stay in the same place. But on this one, they tightened up the gears so that it remains in the same position pretty much no matter where you put it, which is a nice little touch. Next, we can get to the functionality. So, of course, we'll start by switching it on. We got confirmation sound plus a green light from the eyes. We have the basic blasting sound. Pressing and holding the trigger actually has a switch between the voice mode, featuring a line from Stacey, who turns into StaCaesar. And yes, even though he's a boy, they did name him Stacey, probably because of his villain name. Pressing and holding again, we'll turn back to normal, and we'll start by using this in the normal mode. So first, we'll activate the transformation using the StaCaesar gear. And the way this is done, the same as with the GearTozinger. And then we have the transformation into StaCaesar. Still has the basic blasting sound, but now we also can have the galing function. Then we turn it another time, we'll get the special attack. So, you can take it and flip it around to the other side. And then we have the summoning sound for StaCaesar Robo, StaCaesar's mech, complete with lines from its creator Ijiride. You also have the special attack for it. But you'll get a second summoning sound if we open and close the cover and do the process again. And this same we get the summoning sound for StaCaesar Robo 2. And then we can use the voice mode. So first off, by pressing the trigger with nothing in it, you get a few voice lines from Stacey. Then we'll do the transformation again.
Ankoku Change.
And this time you get a transformation with voice lines. So those lines get added in other places too. I'll do the same on the other side. So this time we have Stacey calling for StaCaesar Robo. And a special attack. Additionally, there is a secret Easter egg line that you do by switching between modes a few times.
Zenkaiger. Satoshi desu.
He'll say, "I'm Satoshi," which is kind of his code name for when he was basically mingling with the heroes. So, there's one more thing you can do that makes use of this, which is for an entirely different mode of the GearTozinger. So, if we switch it off, press and hold the trigger, and then switch it back on, we get power-up mode, as StaCaesar did receive a power-up form later in the series. Now, because there's not so much of a difference and because there are no ETR lines included in this mode, let's switch over to the voice mode for the rest of them.
僕はステイシー。それ以外の何者でもない。暗黒チェンジ。
And then a special attack.
Caesar. 暗黒邪爆撃。
Then we'll switch it over to the other side. And there we have the summoning and combination sound of Zenkaiger Black Dragon.
Caesar. 暗黒邪爆撃。
Next, we'll move on to the other Dark Sentai gears, and this will be quicker than you might think. So of course, let's start off with the Dark Go Ranger gear. So with these Dark Sentai gears, when you use the GearTozinger, instead of kind of summoning powers of previous Sentai, instead they summon fake copies of the respective Sentai. But with these, they actually do less with this than the Sentai gears do with the GearTozinger, because of a couple of details. First of all, if you press the trigger, no special attack sound after the basic attack sound. And for the Galling sound, the same generic one as before, so no different Galling sounds based on the team names either. And because I didn't do so earlier, there is still the charge attack as well.
Caesar. 暗黒邪爆撃。
No change to the special attacks either. So then we can also flip it to the other side. And that's pretty much the only unique noise you're going to get out of the flip sides of them as well. So for the rest, I'll just do the summoning sound and the flip side sound. Of course, because it runs on the same system as the GearTozinger, the GearTozinger is also compatible with regular Sentai gears. So we'll use the ones for the main 5 Zenkaigers plus StaCaesar to show it off. And there is a special sound you get if you have this in voice mode, which I do have it in. At least when you use the Zenkaiger gear. Or Zenkaiser gear, rather. So in this case, we actually have Stacey doing Kaito aka Zenkaiger's main lines, which is likely to tie in to episodes where Kaito and Stacey switch bodies. So then we have Juran. Gaon. Majin. Vroom. And StaCaesar, which has a unique sound compared to all the other changes. Instead of saying the number, it says Kaizokuban, Kaizoku meaning pirate. Conversely, the GearTozinger is compatible with most of the Dark Sentai gears, since most of them copy over their pattern from their normal Sentai gear versions. So for example, for the Dark Go Ranger gear, it should be the same as the normal one. And I say most because the one exception is the StaCaesar gear. We put it in, close it up, and then try to turn the crank to activate it. It will go on endlessly because this has a pattern that is not programmed into this or the GearTozinger. So this can only be really used with the GearTozinger. Finally, the GearTozinger is also compatible with the Zenkaiger gear, but there's a slight modification you have to make. The reason for this is that because of this little crest here, this doesn't stand straight up all the way. So because of that, under normal circumstances, you can't actually get the Zenkaiger gear in because this will block it. But if you disconnect this, and don't worry, this is reattachable, it will allow you to take this and actually give enough clearance to properly insert it. And so then you can actually use it. So this actually gives us a sound for a hypothetical super StaCaesar, something that we probably won't see, but it's an interesting thing to imagine. And we also have the special attack sound. though that one remains the same as always. And there we go. Overall, this is quite a cool dark changer, especially because it's the kind of thing that we don't see all too often in Super Sentai. It definitely has a lot of sounds, though it really does the most with the basic StaCaesar gear, in which you can get the transformations for both StaCaesar and the powered-up StaCaesar, along with the voice lines from Stacey, plus the summoning sounds for his different robots, and all that. Where it's a bit weaker is when it comes to Dark Sentai gears and other Sentai gears. Despite the fact that the lines, as you could probably tell, are basically just distorted versions of the lines from the basic GearTozinger, they didn't take the time to add in those extra sounds that made the use of Sentai gears in that changer special, the additions to the different attack sounds and such. And, to me that is definitely what is, the big draw of collecting different Sentai gears, is not just the summoning sounds or kind of the power sounds, but also different attack sounds as well. So, I think you're pretty good with the other Sentai gears that are included here, and while they did also release some Dark Sentai gear sets, they really are just the same as normal Sentai gears, but in these colors. So if you have other Sentai gears, you can just use those instead. It is quite good, but again, it just has a bit of a drawback, which makes it, I feel, not as good as the main GearTozinger. Still, if you're a fan of StaCaesar and his character and, of this changer, I can certainly recommend trying to pick it up. Next time, I'll be looking at the Omniforce and Grim Water Ride books, plus the Doom Driver buckle. So, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments. And if you're new and would like to see more, please subscribe to the bell icon. And for now, this is KRX50, writing off.